it's just one of those things that we talked about for a long time and it never happened, and then it did happen, and when it did, it was the right thing, the right time. It's great.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
It is Get Radio's Band Week. And if there was a worst juxtaposition to go from Ed Sheeran to our next band, then I don't think it's been made. I apologise profusely. But we're catching up now with the Juniper Club on Get Radio. Morning, guys. How are we doing?
Morning. Yep.
Good.
Right.
Yeah, you all right?
Yeah, very well, thanks. I apologise for building up to you with Ed Sheeran. I can only apologise for that. But it's the way the cookie crumbles. Benji, thanks so much for joining us. Tell us a little bit more about the Juniper Club for people that don't know, in your style. And I also just want to say as well, we've chatted to lots of bands and stuff this morning, which has been fantastic. Discovered loads of great new music. And you'll see kind of on the videos and social media, you'll see that Benji is the most rock and roll person that we've had on this morning. So I just want to tip of the cap to you, Benji, for that. That's quality. But yeah, tell us all about the Juniper Club.
I'll hand over to Kane. Well,
We should do it together.
let's do it together. Yeah. Well, I've only been, I joined the band probably a little over a year ago now, I suppose. Kane's a wonderful songwriter, and he's got a plethora of things that we're working on a lot of new stuff now as well. It's kind of just coming into its own a little bit. It feels like it is anyway. You've been doing this for a long time. And
yes, well, I think it was about a year ago. We kind of needed a new guitarist, and Benji and I started chatting at a festival actually, and we were saying, well, we should play this festival next year, and so we are going to be playing the festival next year, which is the Beacon Festival on top of Watlington Hills. This is kind of why we decided to sort of come together.
Yeah. We live in the same village. Kane's involved in music everywhere, in the community and things like that. And it's just one of those things that we talked about for a long time and it never happened, and then it did happen. And when it did, it was the right thing, the right time. It's great. So
I've noticed just catching up, as I say, with various different bands, and kind of yourself included, things happen pretty organically. They happen for a reason, and you just kind of slip into that, like you said, the right time, right situation, right festival.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, the festival's great actually. If you've never been, it's wicked, and we're all there just by chance, and it seemed like the right thing to do. It was a Wayne's World moment. We should do this. It will be mine, and it was.
Fantastic. And what does the kind of summer look like for you? I know we're kind of in it, and it feels a bit weird saying the summer at the moment with all kind of the rain and everything getting us knows what's around. But what's the summer looking like for you guys? Gigging? Is it more kind of a time to kind of be in the studio? What's it looking like?
It's kind of like a little bit of both. We've, I guess, been doing most weekends for what seems like quite a while now. We've got quite a few private parties coming up. Birthdays, weddings and stuff, and we are going to be concentrating over the next few weeks on writing, getting our album together. But we've got quite a few that people can come to in September.
So Bunkfest is a big one. That happens in Wallingford. I think that's something like the biggest free festival in the UK. I think I read that. That might be not true, so don't quote me on that. But it's quite a big deal. They do, and there's a fringe going on around it. So the whole of Wallingford kind of shuts down for a day, and it's hugely. It's just a massive festival. So we're playing at the Dolphin, which is another. If you're around there. A cool place that people sort of hang out, and they get some great band. There's so much great music out there, and I think Bunkfest in particular is a really good way for people to get it out there. I think the thing that we're really trying to concentrate on is playing more gigs with more original bands as part of a larger lineup. People are there to see original music as opposed to just expecting covers, and that's where things really kind of make sense and take off, especially around Oxford. So.
Yeah, just sort of touching on Kay, maybe this is one for you, but I mean, how are you seeing the Oxfordshire music scene at the moment? Like, we do a show called The Melting Pot, which Rich and Deadly to produce, and they kind of they're always saying that it's never been better. There's so many fantastic bands out there. And like you say, it's not just wonderful singers covering other people, but it's actually people taking those tentative steps into making their own stuff, which is a brave decision, and kind of being your own identity.
Well, I think it's quite interesting for us because we're from a fairly small village, and we tend to play quite a lot in our village, which is in Chalgrove in Oxfordshire. And our community is very supportive to us. So we kind of, we've played a lot here. So we kind of see our Oxford music scene from more of the kind of villages on the outside. Obviously, we do play in the centre of town, but I think it's quite interesting seeing it from a different viewpoint, from kind of like village life, and we're kind of very much part of that.
Definitely.
And we played quite a few of the big summer events.
We've done a lot. They do a lot around here, and I think that's a good thing to add to what you said, is that the music scene does feel like it's never been better in terms of people genuinely supporting original bands and young bands as well, you know, choosing that as the potential career, which is really important, I think. So I mean, I come from Reading, home of like one of the biggest music festivals, obviously. And apart from the music festival, it never felt like there was a whole lot going on. I think it's a bit different now. I think lockdown helped, in that people are now desperately seeking the stuff that they lost. They're trying to catch up, I think. So, yeah.
I think everyone kind of realised how much they do love live music. And as soon as lockdown kind of finished, then people were saying, can you play? And which is, great for us.
Yeah, it's good. Loads going on.
It's fascinating, and it's really interesting to hear you say that how important, even like you say, from a village scene, that how important the support of everyone, having venues, allowing music to be played, coming along to gigs and supporting. How that's how we all start. It's starting. The little acorn grows a massive tree, and Chalgrove is definitely a little acorn.
Yes,
it's a little bit cool. There's lots of tweed in Chalgrove. It's great.
there is a lot, actually.
No, I love it. I'm a townie. I love it. So
yes, we've got quite a few gigs coming up in Chalgrove actually as well. Where are we?
Well, yeah, we're doing.
We're definitely doing the Halloween night in the Crown in Chalgrove. Crown in Chalgrove is a great party pub actually, and it's a really good place to come and see us. We're doing a Halloween night. I think it's on the 27th of October.
Yeah. We're doing Crown Fest as well. Crown Fest in the summer. There's stuff going on, and I think the Crown's a perfect example of every weekend there's live music, and they're really they're quite particular about the bands that they pick, and they're really keen on getting original stuff instead of everyone has a cover band obviously, but it's nice to hear new stuff, different stuff.
It really is. Well, that leads us very neatly into what we're about to play now. Tell us a quick little bit about this song, Born to Be a Fighter.
Well, I guess it's kind of a song about sort of resilience. I think that's kind of a theme about quite a few of our songs are about sort of getting back up. And we always try and sort of have a little bit of hope in our songs. It's I guess it's quite a lot of our songs are written with kind of minor chords coming from sort of quite a dark place with always a big light at the end of a tunnel. So this one's definitely one of those, I think.
Brilliant stuff. And just quickly, where can we find out more information about the Juniper Club, social medias, websites, etc., etc.?
Yeah, so the juniperclub.uk is our website, and on there's links to everything. I mean, we've got an album available on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Apple Music, all the standard places. We're currently writing a new album as well, so keep an eye out for that. Facebook.
We like it if people come and say hello to us on Facebook as well. That's always really nice.
Definitely, absolutely.
Brilliant stuff. Well, it's been great chatting to you guys. It really, really has, and really interesting to find out a very kind of local music scene. It's been a fascinating chat, and let's hear the latest single. This is Born to Be a Fighter from the Juniper Club. Enjoy.